James, tell me a little bit about why you wanted to make this film.
Ned Benson wrote an incredible script about the profundity of adult love that encapsulates all its complexity and its harshness and its violence, and at the same time its magic and its beauty and its poetry. And for me it was a really brilliant example of how you can take a romantic movie and make it true to the adult experience of love as a parent and as a lover, but also aspirational and magical at times in the way that we want romance to be too. So for me, he did a lot of things and all of them were good.
So what about the whole idea of shooting it with he and she and the different sides? Was that interesting to work?
Yeah, man. I mean, to be honest with you, when I signed on, I didn't know about that. I really didn't. I turned up to the first read through and I was like, whoa, we're doing 2 scripts, awesome. And that's the truth.
So you didn't know that when you got started?
When I first got offered it, there was only 1 script. 3 years or 2 years later, I got offered it again, and they went, have you read it? And I said, yeah, and I just read the thing they'd sent me 2 years before, and I was like, I'll do it, it's amazing. So when I turned up, I really did not know that we were doing 2 movies. About 2 weeks into the shoot, I kind of worked up to it and went, I'll tell him. I said to Ned, I went, listen, here's the score, man. I didn't actually know, and he didn't believe me for a long time. But when he did believe me, I think he was slightly disgusted. He might have been sick of his own mouth.
So, well, what about the fact that it was 2 movies and then became actually 3?
Well, if you're going to have twins, you might as well have triplets. And I think if Ned Benson ever has kids, he'll probably have octuplets or something like that, knowing him. I think it's a really good way for an audience to be introduced to it. It's difficult to give an audience 2 movies and say, go and see them both. It's tough, man. Even if they really like the first one, the chance of them going to see the next one is, I don't know, what do you think? I don't know. But if they go and see this one, and then they're asked to go and see 2 differing perspectives on a movie that they've seen, and make it a bit more of an event, make cinema an event again. Cinema has to compete with the online market, with the download market and all that. Cinema's got to be an event, and that's what this represents. It is event cinema, I suppose, and you go there with your friends, and it is about the discussion, it is about the examination, it is about the differing points of view and all that has to offer. And, you know, that's what I'm excited about, seeing how an audience takes to it, because they have so much choice as well. You can go and see all of them, you can go and see just one. They all stand alone. They don't have to be seen together. So I'm interested to see how an audience finds it.
What about, now you said you wanted to do the movie because of Ned. How did you know about Ned, and what did you know? I didn't know Ned. I mean, I just got his script sent to me and it was exceptional. It wasn't because of Ned as such, it was more because of what he did and this incredible script that he wrote. I'd never met him, we'd chatted very briefly, and the script was enough to get me in. I knew Jessica was going to be in it, but again, I would have been in it no matter who was involved in it, because it was that good. How was it working with him?
He's great. I mean, he's a first-time director, and you'd never know it. He's got class coming out of every pore, and I don't know, he's got a more assured grasp on the film as a director than people that I've worked with who've done loads and loads of films. So I don't know, for me he didn't feel like a first-time director at all. He was so assured and really classy.
And working with Jessica?
Oh, amazing, you know. She's a big star and she doesn't act starry. She's on time, she works hard, she's fearless, she's open, she's giving, and she's willing to improv and roll with the punches, and whatever comes out is, you know, going to be what we give, and she's in it with you. So no, I loved working with her. We got on really well, and I felt that we sort of cultivated a real tangible chemistry. So she was awesome. I loved working with her.
And do you think that audiences are going to, how do you think audiences are going to react? It's such a wonderful love story.
I hope they'll cry, I hope they'll laugh, I hope they really hope that Eleanor and Conor stay together, or get back together and all that kind of stuff. I hope that they'll see things in themselves that they didn't otherwise recognise. Because that's sort of what we're doing really as actors, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what stories exist for, to cast light on parts of the human experience or parts of ourselves that we would never otherwise notice, really, and take note of that. Because you can't see them in yourself, but you see them investigated by somebody else, and all of a sudden we go, oh, right. So maybe some of that, with a sprinkling of entertainment thrown in.
And what was your favourite part of doing this project?
Filming in New York was incredible. I love working in Alphabet City. This city is an incredible character in this film. I'd say probably working with Ned, Jess and Kieran Hines. And foremost among that, I'd say Ned was just, again, such a beautiful soul, and yeah, nothing like a first-time director. So I'd say working with Ned, if I had to choose between those three.